accepted or you are not accepted. You can only receive two answers. It will either be a yes or a no, right? So if it is a yes, of course, you do the other step. You start thinking about, now, how do I pay? And you engage those people. Do you have scholarships? Do you have links that you can send me for scholarship? And those people will send you. I tell you, you will never see good people like the ones in the US. If you are undergraduate, you will get an undergraduate admissions counselor. If you are doing graduate, you get a graduate admission counselor. And those guys are very good. They will tell you what you need to do. They will send you details. They are very good, in fact. Let me tell you guys. Yeah? And especially Kenyans and other African countries, you will never get good people sending you emails, talking to you in Kenya or in Africa than you will get in America. America has got good people, and especially in Christian universities, you will get people of a kind. Me, I have been in this university for 4 years, and I can tell you, I have seen God in the lives of these people. People who treat you like you are, like their sister, their brother. They treat you so well, and you want also to go back into your country and change the perception. Because in Kenya, for example, let me tell you guys, we have a perception of teachers. There is a way teachers views their students, which I don't like. And I just want to bring a university that I attended, and that university is an exception because it treats students well. It's a Christian university. So Christian universities have got this distinct way of treating people. So guys, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Take the first step. You can even start there. Which college is next to you? Go there. And then the next step will be now to believe God. I told you what I did. Because I desired for so long to go back to school, I went and looked for a university in Uganda. It was famous that time in the 90s. And I remember I was applying, but I did not know how I can go to Uganda and study. But I think, I don't remember if I really applied, but I remember I had those brochures. I kept looking at those brochures, and I was just, praying over them and trusting the Lord. And then when I moved from Nairobi capital to another location, I also traveled back to Nairobi. I went to Buruburu. There is a Christian university in Buruburu called East College. So I went there and I took some brochures and I came back, and now I was considering, now I have moved to this place in the Rift Valley province from Nairobi. And now this university is in Nairobi. Now, will I be traveling in Nairobi? How will I afford even transport to Nairobi? Buruburu. So anyway, I kept it there and I prayed over it again. And I did not even have money, but I had already taken a step of faith. My third attempt was now to go to another university called Karen Bible College. So somebody told me, there is a Karen Bible College. Why can't you go there and try? So I went to Karen Bible College for 1 year. I was going because I wanted to do community development, according to the suggestion that I got from a friend who was trying to help me. So this college, they did not have community development program. And so they told me, because we do not have quorum, just keep checking. So guys, I kept checking every other month I was going. So after going for a whole year and nothing is working, there's still no quorum, I considered changing my program, but I said, no, I don't want to change my program. So where that university is in Karen, across there is a university. That time it was called NEXT, NEGST. It was Nairobi Evangelical Graduate School, right? School of Theology. Okay, we have 1 more minute remaining. School of Theology. So, I went there. I told God, Lord, that is a university. I know, you know those universities that are feared because first they are very expensive. Secondly, maybe your grade was low and maybe you cannot be accepted. So there was that fear. And I had also received information, oh, maybe your grade is low. They cannot, they don't have programs for you. But let me tell you, I decided to go. I walked across. I crossed the road and I went there. And I remember going to the admissions office and there was even nobody, but I found brochures were kept there. So I picked one brochure. Guess what? I picked that brochure. I saw the courses and I started low because I wanted to start low according to what I had done before. So I said, I will start with the certificate. Anyway, I went to the admissions and I asked them and I said, I gave them my papers. They asked me, what else have you done? I said, I have done computer, I have done typing, I am a driver. I have done all that, guys. So, hey, my good Lord. So imagine they told me, because you have done all this, you don't need to start with the certificate. Our food is ready. You don't need to start with the certificate because you have done a lot. Your certificate in computer can be used to get you into diploma level. Can you imagine? So, my food is ready, but I needed to... Oh, I hope you are not seeing the food. Okay, let me show you guys. Sorry. So, that's the food. It's ready. If I want to eat it the way it is, I can eat it. But I'm feeling like I needed the skin to change. You see? It's ready actually. It was 35 minutes. So because I need this skin to be a little bit crispy, so I am going to put it back and add 10 minutes and then I will remove it after 10 minutes. So allow me to do that and so I will just add, I know it's the egg, but I can add 10 minutes. Cook time 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, start. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, guys, so let's come back together now. 10 more minutes and I will be done with this video, guys. So, listen now to the story. Now, I know my video will be long, but if you take time to listen to it, I think you will be informed and you will be empowered. So, they told me, you have qualified to do a diploma for 2 years. And you only need to pay 2,100 for registration. Of course, I think 2,100 at that time was not quite a lot of money. I thought I can afford, I can sacrifice because I was working. Even though I was not getting enough pay, my daughter was in high school, I needed to pay her high school. I said, can you imagine what I said? My daughter has joined Form 1. That was in 2010. And I am here. I have been accepted into a diploma program in this Christian university. So I said, if I can join this program now, by the time my daughter is done with Form 4, I will have done 4 years of college education. Because, of course, you get information from university. So they had told me, if you do this diploma for 2 years, it is going to take you 2 more years to do a bachelor's degree. Could it have been better said than the way it was said? I thought that was music in my ears because people take 4 years to do a bachelor's degree. But they told me, of course, it will be 2 years because it will be 4 years because they will transfer some of my diploma credits because remember, it's a Christian university. And the bachelor's that I wanted to do, most of the diploma courses that were being offered could be transferred. So that's why I was to take 2 years to finish my bachelor's. Let me tell you guys, that is exactly what I did. I did my diploma. We were running together with my daughter, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4. And me here, I am doing diploma 2 years. After 2 years, I graduated. And then I immediately, I applied for a bachelor's degree. And I applied. And within the next 2 years, I was graduating. 2014, my dear girls, believe it or not, and boys, believe it or not. 2014, I was graduating with my bachelor's. 2014. And my daughter was also graduating with her high school degree. What a blessing. What a blessing. I remember, I think my daughter, I think 2014, my daughter was still in school. Because I remember, no, I remember. When I was graduating with my diploma, my daughter asked for permission to come and attend her mom's graduation. Can you imagine? And the head teacher there of Gadu Girls in Nyeri, Karatina, she was happy. She told my daughter, your mom is graduating. We are going to give you permission right away. So she was given permission. We went for her and she attended my graduation because she was in a boarding school, of course. And then after another 2 years, 2014, I was graduating with my bachelor's degree. So the momentum had to continue. So I thank God because, again, there is a miracle that happened. I applied for scholarship when I was doing my bachelor's in the final year. And I got money that paid my last year of my bachelor's. And I had an amount enough for 1 semester in a master's program. So as I shared this with someone, of course, a dean of that university, she told me, now because you already have enough money for a semester, why can't you trust God and do a master's program and use that money? Because, of course, the university will not refund the money. Use that money and then you can trust the Lord for the next, provision. That is what I did. Of course, I prayed and I felt a conviction and I said, okay, let me do it. And because I wanted to specialize in education, so I did a master's in education and they called it leadership and administration. So I did my 3 years. And because I was still working in a school, so it lined with my job. So and what happens, because again, when you are working in a school, you don't have time to go and study. So this master's program was a school-based program, meaning when kids close school, that is in April and August and November, that is when I was going to class. So it was called school-based program. So that's how I did my 3 years of master's in education, leadership and administration. Oh my goodness. And after graduating in 2017, there was another push. Actually, even before graduation, as I was writing my thesis, a dear friend of mine who is very passionate about education told me, why can't you apply for a doctoral program in the US? Hey, let me tell you, I wasn't doing all this schoolwork to come to the US, no. I was doing it because I had felt a gap in me. I was working in a school. I wanted to teach kids substance. I wanted kids to be equipped, and especially equipped by the knowledge of the word of God, the Bible. I wanted to teach Christian education to these kids. I wanted to be a role model to these kids. That's why I went back to school. And I wanted to bring back all the knowledge to the kids that I was, working for. So anyway, when she told me to apply for a doctoral program, I did. I applied, and of course, disappointment followed. I received four disappointment letters towards my doctoral education. And even if some were not really disappointment letters, there was an exam that was required. There was an exam that universities in the US, they require African, not even African, by the way, they require most international students from all over, not only Africa. They require them to do something they call TOEFL. TOEFL, they simplify TOEFL and they say it's English, but it is not English unless you are a young girl or a young boy right from high school. If you are right from high school, you can do that TOEFL and pass very well. You can even do 120 over 120 because that is the entire TOEFL. So here comes me, who left high school. By that time, it was almost 19 years ago when they were telling me to do TOEFL. So high school, I forgot. I forgot science, I forgot geography, I forgot history, physics and chemistry because everything is in TOEFL. TOEFL is exam from all high school, all levels of high school. Like grade 9 to 12, if we go by the 844 system. So anyway, I attempted it the first time. I got 62 points. I sent my grades because they had not told me how much I need. So my graduate counselor told me, no, we need 100 points. So after about 3 months, I repeated this exam. And this exam is expensive. The first time I paid 21,000 Kenyan shillings. The second time I paid 32,000 Kenyan shillings. And I decided, hey, now, because I had simplified it, I thought, oh, this is English. I can do English. Furthermore, I speak in English and I speak good English. I was even trying to convince them I don't need TOEFL. From primary school to high school to college, I have been taught in Kenyan schools, and English language is a national language. I tried to argue my case, but my graduate admissions counselor said, no, you have to do TOEFL. It's a requirement for graduate students. I don't know why I don't seem to be satisfied with my chicken today, because I have now I googled for the number of minutes I need to, but I think it is ready to go. It's just that this skin is not crispy, but it's okay. I know what else I can do to make it crispy, but for now, I'm not going to keep you cancel. I'm not going to keep you any longer. So guys, I am going to serve my chicken, and I will first of all finish the story and as I serve. So let me see which one looks more crispier than the other. I think this one looks more crispier. This one here. So I'm going to serve this one in my plate. And then I am also going to serve my vegetables. So I will just serve, and then I'm gonna see. So guys, this is the food. This is chicken or oven baked chicken, and baked to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and 45 minutes. And these are my vegetables, and this is my dinner. And I want to thank God for provision, and I will finish by finishing the story about my TOEFL. So after the TOEFL now, I'm going to eat later. So after the TOEFL, 82 marks. The second time I repeated, I got 82 marks, and I sent the grades, and my graduate admission counselor did not have a choice apart from sending me an acceptance letter to do some English in the US in preparation for my doctorate degree. So guys, I received the I-20. I went to the US Embassy. I got a visa, which was a miracle. And then I came to the US, and after arriving in the US, things changed. It was a paradigm shift, like everything changed for me. I came with a loan. I didn't know how I will pay the fees, and it was a lot of money. I didn't have a job. I didn't have savings. I had nothing. So when I came and I went to see the program director, and I explained to her, and I told her the reason I'm here, I'm supposed to pay about $28,000 for 1 year program of English language, of course, plus accommodation. And she told me, she doesn't understand why the counselors keep telling people, and especially Kenyan students, to do TOEFL, because in the program, in their department, they don't require TOEFL for Kenyan students. Hello, Kenyans. So apply to Biola University, and my program is called Educational Studies, and you can apply. And you can also apply for masters, you can apply for bachelors, whatever you want to apply. Just go to www.biola.edu and see the courses, see the programs, see the schools. We have many schools, and apply. The rest, God is going to take care of. So anyway, I came over, and they changed me from the English to doctorate in 3 days. In 3 days, guys. 3 days. 3 days inachukuliwa aje hivi. In 3 days, they had changed me from that English program language to a doctoral PhD level, given me a 75% scholarship the first semester and 100% scholarship the second semester. That's how I saw God in my life. Did my first year, second year, third year. Now this is my 4th year, still waiting for God. And the 5th year, still waiting for God and hoping for more scholarships and provision. And now I end this video by saying thank you very much for listening to me. May all your desires come true. Whatever you have prayed to your God, may God answer you the way He answered me. Shalom, shalom. It's time to eat. And before I really say bye-bye, let me do that one final thing. That one final thing of tasting this chicken. First of all, is it ready to be eaten? Is it ready to be eaten? It's hot.